All right. Hey, Harrison, how are you?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I am great. Thank you for joining us, I should say, this morning. We really appreciate it. And I know it's early, so thanks for making time for us. So
Oh, no
we're
worries.
gonna we're gonna go ahead and get started with questions. If you have a question for Harrison, feel free to raise your hand. And like I said earlier, please feel free to ask follow-up questions if needed, knowing that our time is a little bit condensed with Harrison this morning. So to kick us off, excuse me. So to kick us off, we're gonna go to Bob Pockris. Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, Harrison, just how would you sum up the first six races?
Yeah, they've been a learning experience for sure. I think we've had a pretty rough start. There's no denying that. Felt like we came out of the gate really strong in LA. Felt like we had a really good race at Daytona and showed a lot of speed, and then from there it's been a struggle. We've had fast cars and at times, and we've had times where we didn't have the pace that we needed. I thought this weekend was a step in the right direction. Getting stage points in both the stages was good, and I felt like being fourth in practice, things like that. We're starting to show. We're starting to show the flashes that we need to show, which is good. And so it's a building process, and I think everyone at the Wood Brothers and myself understands that this is going to be a building process. Obviously, with the good start we had in LA and Daytona, we wanted to continue that, and that hasn't quite happened. So we're working really hard to make that happen, and I think we've got a great racetrack for us coming up at Richmond.
I assume you wish you had more practice, but how are you getting adjusted to this, 15 or 20 minutes and then going straight to qualifying without being able to change much?
Yeah, it's tough. If you unload and you're a little bit off, what are you going to do, right? I mean, you can do some small things, and then you got to go qualify. So, I think it's better than nothing. And honestly, a lot of us got used to nothing. And so it feels sometimes like a lot of practice. I know when we had 50 minutes, I think it was at Vegas, we had 50 minutes, and felt like forever, which is crazy. But obviously you want more as a rookie. You want to learn as much as you can, as quickly as you can. But, I'm certainly thankful that we do have some, and we can learn this new car a little bit quicker because of that.
Thank you.
All right, our next question will go to Kelly Crandall. Go ahead, Kelly.
Thank you. Hey, Harrison, kind of along the same lines of what Bob was asking about the Cup Series. We always hear drivers say, you think you're ready for Cup, and then you get here and it's a big wake-up call in a sense. Have you had those moments where you're finding yourself just saying, my gosh, this is maybe tougher, or you feel like you're having a good day, but then you look up and you're 25th to 30th on the board? Having those days?
I think every rookie has some days like that where you feel like you're driving really hard, and what would be enough to be top five in Xfinity is not top five in Cup, that's for sure. And I think this weekend was something that was similar to that for me. Just with the stage points, we kind of sold our whole strategy to get stage points, and it worked pretty well. And then you get buried in the back for the last stage, and it's just so hard to pass through those guys. I thought we had a pretty decent car, and they're just really good. So you find yourself really battling to get to 17th, which is where I ended up. And yeah, so overall, it's certainly a challenge, and it should be a challenge. I think that's what makes it awesome. And I have a lot of things that are going on that I think are good, and I'm learning a lot. But also there are those days that it can humble you really quick, and that's good. That's part of the learning process, and it'll make you better over time.
So do you change your approach at all? Do you change your mindset? Are you changing just anything to now that you're in it, you've gotten through six races, that you're saying, okay, I need to do this better, or anything like that?
Yeah, I think for me, I feel like I needed to be a little bit more aggressive, understanding how important track position is. As soon as the race starts, it's time to go. And so it's easy to say, oh, I have 500 miles to go, figure it out. Well, if you lose a couple spots, those guys that pass you are really smart. They're really good, and they're hard to pass back. So you end up spending more time trying to pass them than you would, trying to move forward or whatever it might be. So more recently, that's been my focus, is to get a little bit more aggressive over time and get a little bit more kind of on the aggression, on the offensive instead of defensive against these guys. Just go kind of take the fight to them and see what we've got.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, our next question will go to Trey. Go ahead, Trey.
Hey, Harrison, want to look ahead to Martinsville next week. You won there in the Xfinity Series. Just what are your hopes and how much are you looking forward to that track, and how much do you like racing at Martinsville?
Yeah, I love racing at Martinsville. I love short tracks in general. And, I really am looking forward to the next two, Richmond and Martinsville. Martinsville in particular is cool because my family's from Virginia, and I've got a lot of connections to Virginia through the Wood brothers now. So it's a cool and important race for me personally. Plus, I love the racetrack, so that makes it even better. So you can tie those same things into Richmond as well, obviously. So it's a really, really cool couple weekends for me at two of my favorite racetracks. Last year I felt like we had the car to win at Richmond in the Xfinity Series, led a bunch of laps, and cautions didn't fall our way there. So, kind of hungry to get back there this weekend and then go to Martinsville. It's definitely exciting.
Have you ever had one of the famous Martinsville hot dogs?
For sure. Yeah, you have to. Whenever you're there, you've got to go grab a hot dog and enjoy it. They're famous for a reason, so you got to go try it out.
You're a fan of the slaw and everything on those?
Yeah, you got to do the whole deal. You can't halfway do it. I think it's not the same tradition as it's not the same tradition if you're not doing it all the way.
Thank you, Harrison.
Yep, no worries. Sorry if there's any noise. I've got a puppy that's trying to attack my leg right now.
All good, Harrison. All right, Rob, we're going to go to you for our next question.
Thank you, Amanda, and good to join you again here, Harrison. You mentioned about having a puppy. Kind of a first lighthearted question. How has it been like to raise that puppy? Do you have a cat at the same time with raising this puppy?
No, just one puppy. Yeah, one dog is all I've got. And it's been awesome. It's been a cool experience for me, just to have somebody hanging out with you. I'm in my apartment alone, working on my computer pretty much all the time. So it's nice to have a dog around and have a friend. And that's always cool. And then no other animals. That's all I can handle was one dog. That's for sure.
I can tell you that's really tough to do. Having one dog, having a cat and dog is not a good challenge for sure. But to get really more on track on things, obviously you're a rookie in the Cup Series, but you had a really pretty good finish at COTA, really difficult track. How much have you been leaning on crew chief Ryan Wilson during these ups and downs, and just kind of keeping your mental health in check, knowing that, hey, some of these things are not of your control?
Yeah, Brian's obviously a great team leader. He's got a championship in the Xfinity Series, and I raced against him for quite a while, which was, really tough. He was really good. And so when I first got to work with him, I was really excited, and I still am excited because of the way that he's handled these situations. And he has complete belief in me, and I have complete belief in him. And that's really all you can ask for as a driver and crew chief combination is just understanding that, hey, there's going to be times when maybe he misses it or maybe I miss it. And it's in our first year of the Cup Series as in the positions that we're in. And, it's an awesome opportunity for both of us. So we're both excited and going to work hard every day. And, at the end of the day, it's a good relationship, and he's a great leader. So that's all you can ask for.
Certainly. My last question
All
for
right.
you would be,
Rob,
sorry.
sorry, Rob. Rob, sorry to cut you short. We have to actually cut Harrison off here because he has another hit that we have to make. So apologies for that. But thank you to everyone who joined us. We really appreciate it. And Harrison, we wish you the best of luck this weekend in Richmond.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you, guys.